Okay, here we go. Our lesson 1.4 is on subtracting integers, and our learning target is that we can subtract integers using add the opposite. Add the opposite is going to be kind of a new concept, and the reason why we do this with integers is because adding and subtracting are opposite of each other, and when you just say subtract when you have negative numbers, it gets a little tricky. So we have this rule called adding the opposite, and the rule is written right here. To subtract integers, add its additive inverse, which is the opposite. Okay, so instead of subtracting, we're going to be adding the opposite of the number, and it kind of looks like this. I'll zoom in. So we have a little like phrase to help us remember it. The first is keep, the next is change, and the third is change. So whenever you see a subtraction problem in math class now, we want to do keep, change, change. And that means we're going to keep the first number. We're going to change minus to plus because we're adding now, and we want the opposite of this number, so we're going to change it as well. So keep, change, change. Keep the 5, change minus to plus, change -3 to +3 because that's the opposite or additive inverse. So I'm going to do this example over here on the side. So 5 minus -3. I like to write K C above just to remind me to do it whenever I see subtraction. I keep the 5 of 5. Subtract becomes addition, minus becomes plus. And we want the opposite of this number, -3. And the opposite of -3 is 3. And now it's a really simple question. This question's over. We're done with it. We want to answer this question. And 5 plus 3 is 8. So the reason why we don't just do subtraction like 5 minus -3 is that makes you think it's 2, but it's not, because that minus and minus made plus. So the answer was 8. Going to do 4 examples and that's it. It says subtract the integers, and we have -7 minus 7. I bet a lot of people think it's 0. It's not. I'm going to write K, C over the top, and keep the -7. Change minus to plus, and now this is tricky for some of us. That's a +7 there. That needs to become -7. And now we have the problem -7 plus -7. If you want to go back to writing down the 0 pairs, you can. So I have 7 negative signs there, and I have 7 negative signs there. There's no 0 pairs because these are all minus signs, so that's 14 negative signs, which is the answer to this question, -14. So let's back it up one more time. Keep the -7, change subtraction to addition, change +7 to -7, and then you add just like we have been practicing. Number 2. Again, over the top, I like to write KCC. And I only do this for subtraction problems. One mistake that people make is they start doing it to every problem. It is only for subtraction. Keep the -2. Change subtract to add. Change -4 to +4. And again, if you want to resort to 0 pairs, you can. We have 2 negatives and 4 positives. That's 2 0 pairs. And we're left over with 2 positives. So -2 minus -4 becomes -2 plus 4, which is +2. There you go. 2 more. Okay, I'm not going to do this with 0 pairs. I'm just going to solve it. Over the top, I like to write KCC. Keep the -13. Change minus to plus. And change -5 to +5. We would have 13 negative signs here and 5 positive signs here. The negative would have more by 8. So the answer to this is -8. Okay, again, you only do keep, change, change, add the opposite for subtraction. Okay, those of us that are good at subtracting integers probably can just figure that answer out just by thinking about a number line. But K, C, keep the 7, change subtract to add. This is a +9 because it's not inside parentheses with a negative. So +9 becomes -9. Think about 0 pairs. We have 7 positives, we have 9 negatives. The negatives win by 2, so it's -2. And that's how you subtract integers. So the lesson's really short today, so you got to practice it on your own. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, see you, bye.